Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's video, which is a guide to helping you paint window murals. In this video I'll be sharing with you valuable tips and tricks for painting a mural on a window, from choosing the right paints, Posca pens, to the unique method of painting in reverse. I'll walk you through the entire process.
Hey, I am Nochola the Drawer, an artist and adventurer from the UK. Let's get creative.
First things first is you need to get your materials ready. Things that you'll need to get started is window-friendly paint. What I would suggest is acrylic paints. Normal acrylic paints that are water soluble you can use on window painting, as they're easily removable by hot soapy water. You also need to grab some Posca pens, which are brilliant for detailing and smaller line work. And you'll need a cleaning solution for the window. This could be hot soapy water, a window cleaner spray bottle, or it could be some wet wipes. Anything that'll help you remove parts of the painting that you might make by mistake and didn't intend to have in the design. You'll also need painter's tape, which is awesome to use as reference points on your window. And you'll need a reference of your design, which could be on your phone or printed. So they're all the things that you need to get started, so make sure you gather all of those materials before you paint your first mural on a window, and then we'll get going with the next stages. You have your design, you're ready to get painting, and you've arrived at the window. First things first, you need to make sure the window is clean. You need to make sure it's rid of dust, grease, anything that could affect the adhesion of the paint on the window. So make sure it's nice and clean. So I'd make sure I take a window cleaner spray, a clean cloth with you. I would first dust down the window, then spray and look for any smudges, both on the inside and the outside of the window, because you want your design to look great from the outside too. Next step is how to transfer your design onto the window. For this, you could use the technique of painting in reverse. It's best when you're doing a window mural to paint your mural on the inside of the window. It means it's not affected by any of the weather outside. It means that people, when they pass, can't scrape it off. And it's easier, depending on what the weather is, when you're painting the mural, to paint the mural inside as well. Tip of painting in reverse is that you need to think about your design in layers on what goes on first. Now I'll do the step-by-step on how to create the mural. So once you've cleaned the window, it's time to put the outlines of your design on. Now, depending on the intricacy of your design, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. For example, if you're doing a simple Christmas window with a snowy landscape, you can just start marking out where your landscape is, and so you know where to fill in with the different colours. However, if you're doing something that is a figure or more intricate with text, you might want to have more references on the window to make sure that you get everything in proportion. So to get everything in proportion on a window, we can't draw lines on the window or a doodle grid. We need to have reference points, as it's a transparent canvas. The way that I do this is I use painter's tape and I stick it on the other side of the window, and I make marks around the window as reference points. So then when I'm on the other side, I can know where I can join up different reference points and keep in proportion. So like if I'm doing a face or a body, then I can make sure that I know where that's going in relation to the whole window. Once you put the outline on, you need to think about the layers in the painting. For example, if you have writing that needs to be seen from the outside of the window, and then you have a pattern behind it or a colour block, you need to make sure you put the writing on first and that it's painted and dry before you then put the background colours behind it. The same goes if you had a pattern like a polka dot or stars or any kind of pattern. You need to paint that first, make sure it's dry before you then paint the background colour on top of it. If you have smaller text, this is where the Posca pens come in and are very handy. It's a great way to write on the window and for any line work as well. So if you have any intricate patterns, any lines around your illustrations, or if you need to write lots of text that's not a big bold font, then the Posca pens are perfect for this. If you are writing text on the window, the way that I make sure that I'm writing correctly, because it is in reverse, I flip the design either on my phone or have it already printed in reverse. So then from the inside of the window, I can start writing exactly as it's written on the piece in front of me. So I know that I'm putting all the letters backwards. You do need to check this from the front though, to check that you have done it right, because sometimes you go into automatic and you start writing the wrong way. One thing you have to think about when painting window murals is your location. Is it a warm location, cold location? Because if you have a few different layers of colours that you need to put on, you need to make sure that the bottom layers are dry before you put any colours over the top. And something that you would have thought about at the designing level is, what is the backdrop of the window? Windows are a transparent canvas, so you can see through them, so you need to think about when someone's looking through the window where your design will be, what can they see and how does that affect the colours that you put on? How does that affect the design that you'll create? And making sure that you ask your client if the backdrop will change. For example, if it's just a plain backdrop or if you can see through to a whole shop, if there's a bookcase. You've got to think about these things when creating your design and where the different parts of your window mural are going to be. So once you've finished painting your mural on the window, you need to make sure you clean up the window space. This, for example, if you've done any smudges that you've not seen, you want to make sure that it's clean and nice and crisp all around your design. So make sure you get that window cleaner out or wet wipes and make sure that you clean up your design so that it's perfectly finished. Then do a double check if there's any writing on the design from the outside, make sure it's readable, and also check with your client that they're happy with it before you pack up, take pictures and share it with others. So the last tips are, when you have finished a mural, make sure you talk with the client, let them know how to remove it. Acrylic paints and Posca pens can be easily removed with hot soapy water. What you do need to do is give them the tip that it needs quite a lot of water to soak to make sure the paint then becomes runny. This can make a lot of mess. So what I would suggest is to let them know to put like newspaper, kitchen towel or towels on the bottom of the window, so that when they soak the paint to remove it and it runs down the window, there's something to collect all that mess. And that's it. You've done your first window mural or your second window mural and you're feeling confident about the way to do it. Creating window murals is exciting and creative and a different way to introduce people to murals or to create a temporary mural in different spaces. I hope these tips and techniques have helped you to create your mural, and I'd love to see images of what you've created. Let me know in the comments below how you got on, whether this helped you, and I would love to see what you've created. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and let me know as well in the comments. And remember to subscribe to my channel to get more art tutorials and creative content. Connect with the community and share your artwork in the comments below. And happy painting! Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you for the next creative adventure.
Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell.